First name Dennis, second name The Business. Welcome to Black Social TV. Do click subscribe. We are talking Keep America Great. Hashtag Kanye 2024. What can you see? Do you agree? Kanye West says he's running for president in 2024, and he says he's along with an unlikely competitor. The question is, who could that be? Get out to the commentary section. Let me know. Give me your thoughts right here. Do you agree Kanye West for president 2024? To start with the tweets right there. Under Kanye West is a Twitter handle right there. He says, I feel it is important to have a direct line of communication with our future president if we truly want change. He says that these issues included bullying, supporting teachers, modernizing curriculums, and violence in Chicago. Kanye West still says, I wanted to meet with Trump today to discuss multicultural issues. Now, this is the husband to Kim Kardashian, I beg your pardon, and a highly successful rapper. We all know he has a knack of grabbing headlines, whether that's from his outlandish behavior or controversial decisions just to wear the MAGA hat. You could call it a note to support for the president or a note for support for President Donald Trump. Anyway, but just lately, the music artist considered changing even his name to a Christian genius, a billionaire Kanye West, citing a religious awakening that has been reflected in the newest music he's released. I mean, the guy has a whole gospel album right there, Jesus is King. Now, if that's the case, and that's any indication of volatility he's capable of. So given the fact that he's seemingly impulsive and that is due to the behavior, many of you are wondering if he still plans on running for president in 2024 after he claimed that several years ago, you all remember. If so, he might have some unlikely competition. Now, let's get to the 2024 presidential election. Kanye first announced that he would be running for the president in 2024 during an interview he heard, if I'm to remember, that was a Vanity Fair. And for the rapper, he was being completely serious. I quote some of the words here. He says, I didn't approach that because I thought it would be fun. No, the exact opposite. He said, I sit in clubs and I'm like, wow, I've got 5 years before I go and run for office. I've got a lot of research to do. I've got a lot of growing up to do. The jury is still out on if Kanye was able to do a lot of growing up, but the rapper did double in an interview back in 2019, the month of November, stating, I still quote his words here, when I run for president in 2024, we're gonna definitely for West. Though no one in attendance took him seriously and laughter erupted throughout the room. Kanye West here would go on to set the record straight for those who were doubting him actually. Kanye is so serious about this. If I'm to say something here, Kanye West still doubles on a statement to run for president after laughter had subsided over Kanye's comments about running for president in 2024. He says he would become president, obviously, if voted by the people of America. He became very serious about this, asking the crowd, no, what are you laughing at? Again, the audience burst out in laughter, as if Kanye was filming a stand-up special and was simply going along with one of his jokes. But remaining serious, the rapper looked at the audience dead in the face and stated, when I run for president in 2024, we would have created so many jobs that I'm not going to run, I'm going to walk. So, from the look of things, Kanye West is seriously going to run for president come the 2024 election. At least as of now, we know. Let's give it some if clause here. If Kanye does this, in fact, plan to run, which is very possible, he may have an unlikely competitor. Maybe, let's say Akon, who has also said he's considering a run for the highest office in the country. Now, this would likely be bad news for West, as Akon has many of the experiences and qualities that seem to be absent from Kanye West's resume. Let's agree. Specifically, Akon, right here, I mean, who doesn't do much rapping these days? He has been heavily involved in multiple philanthropies over the years in Africa. He's even developed his own cryptocurrency called the A-coin, which can be used in various countries throughout Africa as a stable currency in the midst of ever changing regimes and the government entities. Now, some people have stated that Akon has done more for Africa in 1 year's time than charities have done in many years all together. The question is, what has Kanye West? We all know what has Kanye West done in the past years. Maybe if Kanye West says he's becoming a pastor, we would believe. But president, I'll leave it to you. Do you agree? Do you agree Kanye West running for president? Now, just giving you a little bit of Akon also. Akon also got a chance to speak with Vanity Fair and appropriately was asked about running for president in 2024, given his past experiences with philanthropy, building businesses, and ultimately living the American dream. Akon responded in a way that is sure to attract some voters. Should he pursue the presidential election in 2024? Akon said, I think if you're going to run for office, you are serving. And I think that's a little bit different from a job. He said, I've kind of experienced everything that a US citizen can experience. Being an entrepreneur, understanding growth and building companies. I can also say the same thing for a business level. And then from a political standpoint, I've been literally advising presidents from everywhere. I mean, like over 15, countries in Africa, all throughout the world. Wow. Okay. What do the people say on social media right here? Or what do you say in the commentary section? I'll get some of the comments here. Lewis says, just recently, musical artist considered changing his name to Christian genius billionaire Kanye West, citing a religious awakening that has been reflected in the newest music he's released. If that's any indication of volatility he's capable of, so given his seemingly impulsive behavior, many are wondering if he still plans to run for president in 2024. Okay, the consideration of that name change makes me feel a lot better. It assures me that we are not treating the same Bible. He's a false prophet. Todd on social media says, just recently the musical artist considered changing his name. Okay. John says, did he run into the wrong way street sign with his forehead again? James says he can run, but he doesn't have the temperament to absorb criticism, so he will fail. Sissy says Big Bad is also running and has the early lead over Kanye. Sammy on social media says, let's just make the presidency a lottery where any US citizen over 21 can have a change or a chance to be president. The server says, I wouldn't put Kanye in charge of third grade recess, let alone a country. CVCS says there should be some basic education and experience requirements to run for president. It's getting to be some kind of circus. Stephen J says, He said he's going to run for president in 5 years for the 2024 election. Hilarious. Just me says, time to add 10 years on the age of eligibility for becoming president. Book says Kim is also studying law to join Trump and Rudy's legal team. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Black Social TV. Kanye West for President 2024. Do you agree? I'm Dennis the Business. Thanks for watching. Do click subscribe.